So as I said, Sreevathsa Prabhakar is the founder of Servify, and he is going to present on after sales is no more an afterthought.
Good afternoon, everybody. I know it's after lunch, probably not a very good time to have long meetings, conversations. So instead of making a long presentation, I'll try and make it as much interactive as possible. So primarily on the session today is on after sales. I've spent all my life from the time I started my career on after sales service, and the learning has been significant, and I still feel there is so much more to do, primarily because that's one industry which is, to be honest, not sexy, because that's an industry where you get a lot of customer complaints and koi gali ka sakta hai, wo acha aadmi hai sambhalne ke liye. So you have companies with CEOs, CFOs, Chief Supply Chain Officer, Chief Marketing Officer. I'm sure no company, at least that I'm aware yet, has a Chief Service Officer, because it's somebody else's problem. So primarily because sales is always priority, of course, yes, but service, when it comes, it's somebody's liability, somebody's problem. So let's start with some statistics here. We have some numbers, definitely. So the positive picture, if you see, most of us in a household, we did some surveys with many OEM brands, electronics and appliances and mobiles. People have more than 20 different electronics items at home. You can count yourself, you will have at least 2 phones, or one, within the family, if I consider at least 4 people, you will have at least 4 phones, 1 tablet maybe, or 1 or 2 laptops, 2 air conditioners, 1 or 2 TVs, refrigerator, washing machine, router. You name you will not realize you have 20-25 gadgets, and you would have subscribed to over 30 services. That includes right from electricity bill to Netflix to Tata Sky to Amazon Prime to many other services. What happens when you need actual service? Unfortunately, that's where the negative impact starts, and the market today is saying that for any services, there are at least a minimum of 6 different entities involved in delivering a seamless service. I'll come to that in a bit. And what that leads to is a customer satisfaction score of less than 60%. So if there are 100 requests, irrespective of category, only 60 customers get better service. Why is that? Okay, let's try and see how that works. Today, unfortunately, the key guardians of customer experience when it comes to after sales, you have primarily a call center. Let's just imagine a scenario, you have a TV, or you just bought a new TV. And what do? When you buy a new TV, somebody has to come and install it. Or let's forget TV, air conditioner. You've just got an air conditioner installed and it's not working. It's summers, pani leak ho raha hai, garmi ho rahi hai, ya AC chal nahi rahi hai. The first option, call the call center. Thank you for calling. You are very important to us. Please stay on the line. Music. Dirty, ugly music that you never want to hear. Right? बीच में कोई advertisement भी करते हैं अपना product का. Okay, finally after, and people have now realized कि 9 number दबाने से directly agent मिलता है. So they've all changed the 9 number now to some 3 or 5 or some other number. So you're not allowed to guess. Okay, so after some music, probably you want your AC to be fixed, right? So you are then saying कि मैं तो बंद नहीं करूँगी. So they have KPIs that they measure: calls per customer, average handling time, average speed of answer. All these are out of the window because that starts from the time the agent handles the call. So they take about 4 minutes on an average, or 3 minutes to first get on the line. So tab tak ke liye IVR banta hai, IVR. So these are automated recorded messages, right, with some intelligence. So unfortunately, then finally something happens. Press 1 for English, press 2 for Hindi, press 3 for Marathi, press 4 for Bengali. Now imagine if you are unfortunately one of those persons who live in a place where this first top language is not there and your number is 9th. Let's say you are Malayalam. So you're like, okay, 9th. You have to wait. Okay, 9 number dabaya. Then what happens? Okay, press 1 for TV, press 2 for air conditioner, press 3 for microwave, press 4 for washing machine. फिर अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट उस लाइन पे नहीं है तो you can imagine where your number is. Okay, great. उसके बाद क्या होता है? Press 1 for installation, press 2 for service, press 3 for maintenance, press 4 for escalation. Oh, then finally you are there. Your call is important to us. So you have selected, let's say, English, air conditioner, and service. Finally, somebody comes online after again a mute or music, and he will speak in Marathi. You have selected English. but he will speak in Marathi. Because पीछे से पूरा logic है. Because they want to optimize the resource usage. So that's where they want to go, that call to go to a guided right person. But अभी वो busy है, क्या करेंगे? बाकी दो जन खाली बैठे हैं. Because they have AHT now, so the call gets transferred to the free agent, whoever it is. उसके पास कोई defined skill नहीं है. Now he is a Marathi speaking guy, unfortunately, but you wanted to speak in English. So आपको बोलेगा मैडम जो भी है, let's say आपको मराठी चाहिए था, but वो इंग्लिश में आ गया. मैडम, first thing he'll start, he or she, apologies, I'm very very sorry sir. Oh, okay, somebody is at least apologizing, right? So you are feeling a little happy. That's how the scripts are. I can tell you, last 20 years of somebody running few call centers or seeing few call centers, this is how scripts are written. So somebody starts with an apology, okay, you are at least feeling now, okay, somebody is apologizing, and the person speaks in English, and you're saying, "Abba, mera AC abhi kharab hai." So guy says, "Oh, okay, I'm going to help you. Can you please tell me the serial number?" Like, okay, serial number कहाँ मिलेगा? मैडम वो पीछे देखिए, AC के पीछे है. अरे AC के पीछे कहाँ देखूं? वो लगा हुआ है ऊपर. सर, सिस्टम में सीरियल नंबर मैंडेटरी है, आपको देना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो कॉल कैसे बनेगा? Just imagine this is reality. And फिर क्या होता है? Now you are like, कहीं तो मेरा वारंटी, मैडम वो आपका इनवॉइस होगा ना आपके पास? वो तो मैंने विजय सेल से लिया था, क्रोमा से लिया था. हाँ, तो वो आपका इनवॉइस रहेगा, देखिए. नहीं तो आप वापस फोन कीजिए ढूंढने के बाद, क्योंकि he can't keep the call on hold for long because he has a target of average handling time. He is not allowing you to go and search your folders. So then what happens? You are like, कुछ तो लिखो यार. People have seen these problems. Brands have seen these problems. So they have given some unique number to the call center. ठीक है मैडम, मैं आपका नंबर अभी एक डमी नंबर डाल के कर रहा हूँ, जॉब तो ले रहा हूँ, and he will put some demo 0001 serial number because it's a mandatory field. They didn't change the system to not to have a mandatory field, but they kept a dummy number. So they start with junk data coming in the system. First entry of a junk data. What do you do with any analysis you want to do when you start with the junk data? Okay, वो हो गया. Finally, your call is all done, and you get a very difficult JXQA14EV serial number. आपका job number है मैडम. Please remember next time आपको ये job number चाहिए. Okay, you are like, okay, this is great experience. अभी उसके बाद क्या होता है? थोड़ा टाइम के बाद आपने बोला कि मुझे कल बंदा चाहिए, कल संडे है, कल सैटरडे है, मैं घर पे रहूंगा. मैडम वो तो हम गारंटी नहीं दे सकते हैं ना, अभी सीजन है मैडम, इतना जॉब चल रहा है, कहां से मैं गारंटी करूं? लेकिन आपको इंजीनियर फोन करके बताएगा. ओके, सो देयर इज नो अपॉइंटमेंट. नोबडी वांट्स टू लिसन टू यू राइट एट द टाइम ऑफ फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरफेस. एंड फाइनली टुमारो nobody comes because he's got so many jobs. And you call again go through one, press 2, you're already frustrated, and you say कि मेरा ये इसका स्टेटस क्या है? मैडम जॉब नंबर दे दो. वो तो कहीं तो रखा है, अभी नहीं, मेरा मोबाइल नंबर से ढूंढ. मैडम हमारा सिस्टम में सिर्फ मैंडेटरी फील्ड जॉब नंबर है सर्च करने के लिए, मोबाइल नंबर से ढूंढ नहीं सकते. Fortunately, some systems have evolved to at least find from mobile number, so you can find the status. Otherwise, if you don't give those tough job numbers, your status is also unknown. Chalo, finally he or she is able to retrieve. Oh, this is given to XYZ service center. They will call you because he doesn't have access to that service center. What is happening? The engineer is supposed to come. Then what happens? Madam, आपको अगर इतना अर्जेंट है, ये नंबर पे आप फोन कीजिए. So you are given another number, which is nothing but the number of a service center, probably in Goregaon or wherever. So they have areas, Goregaon to Dahisar, Bandra to Andheri. बहुत ऐसा area है. Now I will not get into a pin code conflict. So if you are in Andheri East, 400059 is the pin code in Chakala, but also has a pin code 40093, 59 and 93. Both are pin codes of Chakala. 93 will be assigned to party number 1, 59 will be assigned to party number 2. अगर आपका नसीब खराब है, यहाँ पे आपको 2 बार फोन करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वो सिस्टम ने जो पिन कोड लिया होगा आपने जब दिया था, उसके हिसाब से जॉब असाइन होता है. Now let's get back to the service center. So you call the service center. जैसे आपने फोन किया, उसने फोन उठाया, पीछे से इतना गाली सब आवाज आ रहा है. ए वो उसका जॉब गया क्या? मैडम 1 मिनट होल्ड कीजिए. ए इधर से गाली दे रहे हैं कस्टमर, सुना है क्या? ये विजय सेल्स एस्केलेशन है यार. You are listening to all this murmurs, pain. Imagine the perception the brand is creating. Finally, you are now already frustrated and you start shouting. बंदा कब आ रहा है भाई? मैडम आपको इंजीनियर फोन करेगा, आपका नंबर ले लिया. So finally that person also takes your detail. Now we have already told what is your product, which model, with lot of struggle. Probably वो सब explain किया था. वो flap उसका आगे है, right side में वो button है. So they have identified some model and they know that water leaking is a problem and the call is now transferred. So you have escalated. So the engineer is getting the call from the service center. After 10 minutes, somebody calls you randomly. Madam, आपने फोन किया था? आपके घर में आ रहा हूँ. कौन सा प्रोडक्ट है? You're like, अच्छा, मैंने तो सब दिया था. मॉडल बताइए मैडम, नहीं तो पार्ट कैसे लेके आऊंगा? Because he was on the bike, somebody gave him a job on the call saying, ये बहुत escalation कर रही है कस्टमर, जल्दी जाओ उधर. He is talking on the bike. मैं कस्टमर को फोन करके ले लूंगा सब डिटेल. That's a reality. And therefore, he wants to now take details from you. Madam, address बताओ. You've already given the address. Product कौन सा है? Problem क्या है? He is taking again the same details. Unfortunately, this is after sales today. At least changing, but not changed yet. And that ultimately leads to, that's the reason. So, if you're on the call, this is what happens, right? So, कल ठीक हो जाएगा. This is how you get answers. किधर आना है? The guy is on the road. उसको पास सब कुछ डिटेल है, फिर भी वो फोन करेगा. Because there is no technology on the ground. I have not explained what happens when he comes home. And unfortunately, if you have a TV and that needs some service, वो आपका बाथरूम से बेडरूम तक का जो पूरा रास्ता इतना गंदा करेगा पानी धोने के बाद. He will come with such dirty, and that's reality, unfortunately, right? So, this is the reason. There is no technology. There is no customer experience strategies. Today's technology for after sales is either Excel sheet or WhatsApp or emails. So if you have to ask for, like in the case of example of AC, I said, there is a call center company which is completely on a different system. There is a service center which is on a different system. The engineer is on a different system. Now if you have to make payment, आपको खुद बैंक में पैसा जमा करना पड़ेगा because there is no tracking, no integration of a payment. Paytm तक integration नहीं है. So he will wait. पैसा मिला क्या? अच्छा मैडम मिला. Because it's desperate, it's separate. अगर वो गाड़ी में वापस आपका डिवाइस को या प्रोडक्ट को वापस लेके जाना है, वो लॉजिस्टिक्स इज अ सेपरेट ट्रैक where there is no. So after 3 months, if you want to see a history of what happened, imagine when you order on Amazon, what do you get? The complete history. अभी shipment निकला, now it's on the way, it's delivered, it's rated. Nobody has thought in after sales service, unfortunately, in many industries. And what happens? And this is again a study. So if you had a bad experience of a product bought through a channel, I'll give an example. If you buy a Samsung TV on, let's say, an Amazon, and Samsung delivered bad experience, people say that they will not buy another TV from Amazon, not just Samsung, but on Amazon, and vice versa. So, I know it's only now a few minutes. So, however, things have changed or changing. If you see, historically from 2000 to 2016 now, people have understood that it's delivering experience for life, it's not just sales. And some of the brands that really have changed, I think Uber is going through some tough time, but the way when Uber started, in 2 seconds you could book a car and the experience was great. So I think the future of after sales, in my belief, is how Amazons and the Chromas and the Flipkarts of the world are moving beyond just box selling into the entire life cycle management. That's what we believe is the future. So wherever you build trust, from trust you can actually then completely go along the life cycle, and that's warranty, usage, repair, end of life, again discover what to buy and trade in and probably upgrade and buy a new one. So that's the future we believe, and service 3.0 is what we call, which is from physical to analog to now digital, is self-service, reduced downtime, data privacy. Data is becoming increasingly important. People are realizing the value of data that they generate and the brands take. It's the future of circular economy, which is where everything comes back in the same cycle. And of course, voice is going to be the future. So no more apps also. It's going to be, hey fan, mera on kar do. Yeah, I mean, I was in the US last week. I was at Amazon, and they are building Alexa to be the operating system for appliances. So I saw a microwave oven, which is launched just, I think this week, launched in the US. There are no touch panels, nothing. So all that you have to do is just switch on the microwave and say that, heat the coffee for 30 seconds. Tell me how to make cake. It will start telling you. So that's the future. So that's where we are. Happy to take any questions. Thank you very much for your patience. I hope I did not allow anyone to sleep, but thank you.